Look in verse number 14. It says, not only did he make the ark of gopher wood, the room shall thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch. And he uses that word twice. The pitch kept the water out. To us, to me, it would be, I mean, you can say sap, but it would have been a type of tar, a mixture, to keep wood from coming, or keep water from coming in. It was put on the outside, and it was put on the inside. We don't have enough pitch in our lives. That's what I wrote in my notes. We don't have enough pitch in our lives. You know what that means? There's not enough Bible on the outside, and there's not enough Bible on the inside to keep all of the water from getting in our boats. You know why Christians are sinking in this world? There's not enough pitch on them. They don't have enough Word in them. There's not enough Word to combat what God is doing or what Satan is doing. And because of that, when the storms come, we are sinking into the waters. You know what most Christian families are doing? And I'm one of them. We're running around plugging hose. I told Marcy the other night, we've been in the Word. We've been spending time in prayer. And I just told her, I said, hey, maybe we should have been doing this kind of stuff pre-flood. Amen? It seems like the catastrophes get us in line for God. Instead of us being in line for God, and when the catastrophes come, we're just ready to handle the storms. I was like, we're running around our boat, plugging hose. I'm like, can we read our Bible enough to make everything perfect? Like I'm telling you, in the last month, I am weary from spending time in the Word and studying. I am weary from praying. I just feel like, but there's nothing else that I can do. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to see the Olympics. I don't care who's playing baseball. I don't care about politics. There's only a few things in my life right now that matter, and they are on the top of the list, and they trump everything else that's on the list. I just don't care. And so I'm doing all I can post-flood instead of pre-flood. And that's how most Christians are living their life. Well, when a storm comes, and I will run down to the store and get some 4x8 sheets of plywood, and I'll batten down all of the windows. It might not come here. The pitch kept the water out. Everywhere I go, I'm surrounded by lost people. Amen. You too? Everywhere you go, you're surrounded by lost people. You know what the water is? That's what it is. It's a picture of the world. When Jesus walked on the water to the boat and Peter said, bid me to come to you on the water, it was the picture of Jesus. He's in the world, but He's above the world. And Peter came to Him, and he was in the boat, a picture of safety, but his real safety was in the Lord. And when Jesus said, come to me, He came to the Lord, and He was above the water. And when did He begin to sink into the water? When He began to look at the circumstances of the water. We would say if he keeps his eyes focused on the Lord, he could have walked above the water, but he put his eyes on the world. I'm going to say this for us, and especially in the political environment we are, don't look to the news corporations in order to get your facts and figures and your positions and all those things. And you're probably going to vote, and you're probably going to make you're voting for the lesser of two evils. And I know we've said everything that we can possibly say in order to save what we have. But beloved, if you're born again, you're already saved. And there's a fear in me that I'm going to have children and now grandchildren that are growing up in this country, and what will they do? I tell you what they're going to do. They're going to trust the Lord, just like we trusted the Lord. That's what they're going to do. And so we're going to look to the Lord. He is going to, and in some sense He already has, delivered us from this evil world. And so we're not going to look at the circumstances of the world. When Paul writes 1 Thessalonians, when he's talking about comforting one another with these words, he is talking about we are not of they. We sorrow, but not like the world sorrows. Because the hope is, if Marcy and I pass away, my children know my parents knew the Lord, and they're eternally there. And that's the hope that they have.